Hello, freak bitches.
I have a friend who works for a big media company, and we were having this conversation, and she was saying that a lot of the people that work there also consider themselves activists.
Because there's so much social change.
That's what they think.
They're concentrating on their own good.
They're not just thinking about their job. They're thinking about the fact that they could enact change in the world.
Oh, you're making people upset about things all over the country and the world for to do nothing. You're just filling us all with anxiety and fear.
You're right.
For nothing.
But you understand.
You're not an activist. You're ruining everybody's life.
You understand why, if everybody accepts that definition, they actually think they are, because they get involved in social issues and they spread emails and they, have meetings or whatever.
I get
whatever
it, but you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. Everyone's less happy. Everybody out there is less happy, and everybody feels it. They're doing it wrong. Make them do it right, so we're not all fucking hating our brothers. It's dumb. It's clearly fucking us all up.
It is, but it's
everybody's at each other's throats. It's terrible, and they're doing it. Stop it. You can't do that shit. None of us signed up for that. It's bullshit. We all feel less happy. All of us. Tell me I'm wrong. From 10 years ago to now.
But what do you suggest?
I'm saying they're hurting all of us. We didn't give them permission to do that.
In what way?
We're in there hating each other. The way we turn against our neighbors now, that's all new. The way we're like, I don't talk to my mom anywhere because she voted this way. That's crazy.
Right.
That was never a thing. They're doing that to us. And we signed up under the idea that we're sharing pictures of our fucking food, and then they turned each other on each other.
Wait a
minute.
It's awful.
You eat your bloody shit?
We never signed up for this, and now you can't exist without Facebook.
What do you think they're doing?
You can't be a mom
without doing
without
it to ourselves. What do you think they're doing?
We're unable to stop. We're unable to stop. So if you just put all chemicals in all food without labeling it and be like, well, they keep eating it, it's like, yeah, you're putting addictives in there. You have to warn us on things like that. They're testing us. They're putting us forth the stuff that makes us angry on purpose. Everybody knows that. They make you see the stuff that makes you angry. So then you're living in a world where you're constantly angry.
You, by your own admission, changed your algorithm by looking at puppies.
Because they also tell you, hey, just so you know, 2 years ago, you also looked at this thing. So we're going to send you a few reminders there until you get sucked back in on it.
You get sucked back in on hate?
Whatever it is that gets you in there all the time. And mostly, it's fucking anxiety and fear. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me you don't feel the same way over how you were a while ago.
You're 100% right.
We're all doing better.
You're 100% right, but here's my question. Is it us? Are we doing it to ourselves? Is this a natural function of being a person with too much access to information and you only concentrate on the bad stuff? Because you get all the news. You get the whole planet's news.
But you ever like somebody's picture and then suddenly you start seeing all their pictures way, way more? They're like, oh, he shows interest in this. Let's put it forth to him more. It's the stuff that you're against. It's the stuff that you're like, oh, I hate that guy. He got his. They're going to put that more towards us.
Well,
so that's your world.
But it's also because that's what we concentrate on.
People in New York are fucking hating each other.
Maybe they can measure
I know.
if
We're
you're
fucked up as humans,
something.
and they're using that to make us all less happy.
Right, but it's our own will. Like, if we have will, then we have to collectively agree to stop communicating like that.
Sure, I think they should. But in the meantime, they're making sure you see remember when Fox News and MSNBC would show 1/3 anti-news and 1/3 and 2/3 pro-news and then up for war and then the other way for the other network, just to push people slightly into thinking the war is good or bad.
Right.
Right? That's what they're showing us more. They're not showing us everything all at once. Like it used to be, you just see your feed. If you post it, I saw your thing. If you post it 10 times, I see your 10 things in a row. Now they don't show everybody everything.
Right.
And they're mostly showing you the stuff they know is gonna make you mad. Jealousy about your friends doing shit.
But wait a minute.
Other people looking better than you. So when these girls are looking online, they're seeing these girls that look hotter than them. They're more showing them that than the normal pictures, which is just them sitting down with their brother.
Right, but Ari, it's because that's what people engage with. It's not that they're trying
we're fucked
to
up
get you mad.
And they're taking advantage of it.
I agree.
They know they're doing it now. Before Philip Morris knew about the cancer, they weren't doing anything wrong. Once they knew about the cancer and then they covered it up, at that point, you're killing people. You're doing terrible things. You're taking away our happiness.
Okay, so do you
it's
suggest...
nuts. In New York, we're all on the same liberal side, and everyone's looking for an enemy all the time. It's like what you said about those girls who watch the fucking crime shows. They think crime's all around them, and they're only showing us the fucking horrible things. Way more percentage.
This is the CEO of Instagram and what they said in a Senate subcommittee.
About my banning?
Okay, it says, we want people to have meaningful control over their experience. We've been experimenting with favorites, a way for you to decide whose posts you want to see higher up, and we're working on another option to see posts from people you follow in chronological order that don't take photos of their shit.
No.
No, they left that part out.
And we're working on another
I had a
option to see
chance to talk about this briefly today. It's important to me that people have meaningful control over their experience, and I believe a place where you can see everything from the accounts you follow in chronological order is an important thing.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
And that's how it used to be.
That's how it used
now
to be.
they'll put something
because they want you on there longer.
You know what I mean? 2 days ago is something that will pop up, and I'm like, oh, that's that.
All they're trying to do is encourage engagement, right? Is it bad because it makes you more addicted? Like, what's bad about it?
Listen, if their engagement is like, hey, this is a great service, come on all you want. You know, it's Netflix, or if it's like Spotify even, or something like that. It's like, do you like this service? Well, it's here for you. Use it as much as you want. Use it more. Fine. But if they're pushing you to do stuff that's like damaging to you in order to get that, then it's like, no, now it's not fine. Now it's not just a better product that we're going for.
Right.
Now it's your fucking experimenting. I mean, it's to sell ads.
It's also, there's one thing if like you can trick somebody eating food that's not healthy for them by a good commercial, but it's another thing.
They're addicted. You can't be a mother now without going on a mommy blog, without going on a mommy group to help raise your kid right.
I bet Duncan's wife doesn't.
If you're not like talking to your friends now online, like you have to be to keep up as a parent. Maybe that's true.
I bet Duncan's mom keeps it together. Or Duncan's
I bet she's
wife.
on there. And then it's not just that
on
good
there.
stuff. I bet she is.
Bet she's mommy blogging.
The mommy blogging part's good. They still do good stuff.
I have a question though. Like if they put out an Instagram 2 and said like we're gonna make some new changes to this new app, do you think people would all migrate to the new app or just stay on the thing they've been using the whole time?
They had to make it like not there anymore.
Delete it.
Yeah. Say you have a year to switch over or whatever.
Because like a video game can put out a new, like people are addicted to games, but the game dies until they put out a new version of it. But you have to go buy the new version. Everybody has to buy it again and to get re-addicted. They can't really put out new versions of these apps that everybody's addicted to. They kind of just have to keep changing it.
Yeah, right,
while people are still using it.
Yeah.
And or the business dies.
That idea could be smart though, having a 2, and if you sign up for 2, everybody that signs up for Instagram 2 that already followed you on Instagram 1
switches
is
over.
following
Just switch
you on
everything over,
Instagram
for
2.
sure. That'd be good.
Or you could select starting from scratch, perhaps. Maybe they could give you an option.
Yeah.
Because
it's just like the likes ended up. That's what makes everybody commit suicide. Is not getting enough, comparing yourself to other people.
I also have a little bit of a
But let me ask
conspiracy.
you this. Let's say I give Ari the reins to take over a social media platform. What do you do different? Do you get rid of all the algorithms?
Get rid of the algorithms. I hate being treated like a fucking wallet. We all sort of hate saying something out loud, nice cigar, and then I know I'm going to get ads now for cigars, right? That's all fine, I guess. It's just for advertising, but you're not changing my mood to do it.
Yeah, you want to hear something even weirder? Blair White told me that she had an app on her phone. Was it TikTok? I think it was TikTok. So she met this girl at the gym. They were talking at the gym. They didn't exchange phone numbers. They didn't exchange texts. Then all of a sudden, that girl showed up in her feed.
Yeah.
And she said that girl had like 200 followers or something. I forget.
They know
I
you
forget the
probably
number.
have proximity.
2,000
Oh yeah,
That
they
doesn't
know
surprise
that.
me at all.
If your
It's the first
location's
time-
on, they know.
I read something wild about how this works. Your phone is like a number. It doesn't know it's who you are, but it knows this number you're attached to. They can get the data from where your phone is at certain times, so they assume where you're at from 1 to 4 a.m. is probably at home. So they find when you're at a place the most at 1 to 4 a.m. They can find out exactly where you live.
Right.
So then they know who you are based on other data.
And they know how to send you ads there for Sleep Number mattress then, which is like bad but not terrible because it's not doing anything to you. It's just treating you like a wallet you didn't sign up for.
But that's another level when it introduces you to someone that your phone was near.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's so creepy.
You go to someone's profile and then within a day you're getting a text, hey, how you been, man? Just thought about you.
Yeah, bro. Our phones are talking to each other.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this is what's happening.
Yeah.
There's artificial intelligence involved, for sure. But I want to go back to this question. Like,
Yeah.
what else would you do differently? So you would get rid of the algorithms. And I do think, as much as I like to think that the algorithms can be, you could have willpower and just only look at interesting things and you get only interesting things in your feed. I also know that there's
That's unrealistic.
There's a lot of people that are susceptible to a lot of weird shit in life like that.
Remember when they said you couldn't market cigarettes to minors anymore? They stopped Joe Camel who I know I resemble.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like,
You exactly I resemble. Yeah.
But like they were like, hey, that's not fair. Then the defenses aren't up and you're going to dick them forever. That's not fair.
But here's the thing: if you here's some issues like teenage girls.
Yeah.
They have a lot of body image issues that come off of these Instagram pages and things. So what would be the solution to that? You can't stop them from posting their pictures.
Right.
Right. And then girls are always going to compare. And that's the thing about like body types, and especially like with young girls, like a lot of it is just a wild genetic roll of the dice.
Yeah.
Like you got lucky and you got this amazing body. Like that does happen. And for some girls, it's like infuriating and it makes them so jealous and it fills them with anxiety and also gives them like weird feelings about their own body.
And
like,
you're supposed to leave that at school
And,
and then not think about it while you're at home after that for the next
but they never
16
get
hours.
Well,
No, now
that's
it's constantly.
Then there's the bullying. They bully each other. So like they'll pile onto one girl or another girl and they'll go after each other and they'll shame
Girls
each
are
other.
exceptional bullying. Way better than us.
Yeah.
So
Well-
like that, if that doesn't stop, the emotional bullying stop, and you got at least the guys like I can't beat you up online, but like the girls can do exactly what they do online for 16 hours a day.
But this is the problem with social media and children. It's like children are not designed for that. You're designed to learn how to communicate and make friends with the group of people
Yeah.
that are around you. But then when you're sniping at each other late at night with like these evil text messages.
Yeah.
Group
Did you hear what
text
so-and-so said
messages.
about you?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Do you let your kids have them?
Yeah, it's a conversation we should have privately.
I honestly,
I'll
I'm not a
I'll
parent.
tell you like how I
Okay.
regulate it, but I do right. But
I talk to my siblings. I talk to cousins. I think I don't have kids. I think you're crazy if you let anyone under 18 have one of those. I think it's nuts to let them have access to that. With knowing what we
there's
know.
two arguments. There's two arguments. Yes, it's definitely dangerous. And two, if they don't do it and all their friends do it, they feel like a fucking outcast and a weirdo.
Yeah, I guess so.
And it's gonna get into their lives anyway. So what do you think we should suggest?
Start talking to each other. Get all the parents in a class to be like, guys, we got to get them off. You've all seen it, so like,
You also got to talk to the kids too. You can't keep them in the dark. You got to talk. You got to talk to them about what's happening.
tell them, show them. There's studies and stuff. Kids are smart now, way smarter than we were.
I played a documentary for them. I played that Social Dilemma documentary.
For who? For your
For my
kids?
kids.
It's
You gotta-
it's pretty obvious after you see
Yeah.
it. They put it in real terms.
Yeah, it shows you what's going on, and it makes you think like what the negative aspects of this are.
You delete an app and then it's like it's back on, and suddenly you're like, I don't know when to get back on.
Really?
Yeah, everybody, like, people say that all the time. I deleted Instagram and then it's like, oh, I guess I have it again. I'm not saying they put it back on. They just started doing it because they got
What do you
bored.
mean, your phone came back on? What are you saying?
No, like you take Instagram off
haunted?
your phone so you don't fucking think about it all the time. And then
Oh.
people are like, 2 months later, I guess, I'm
Oh,
back
and then
on
they
all the
just
time.
put it back on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's here's the other thing.
Parents, get together and talk
You're
to
in a
each
fucking
other.
car and you're a passenger and you're driving somewhere and no one's talking.
Yeah.
It's nice to look at it.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. It is that too.
It's just every time I check in on the cultural conversation, people are more off the rails.
But they're not doing it right. There needs to be some sort of regulation or something. It's I don't know. I don't know why you would let you have kids. Like,
I see what you're saying,
I'm
and
not
I think we're moving in a general direction of connectivity that's going to be very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's avoidable. I think at this point we've passed any markers that would indicate to me that we have any indication that people are interested in slowing down,
Yeah.
that people are interested in reversing course. Small groups of people, like it's almost like we're sliding towards the edge of a cliff, and small groups of people are like, I think I'm going to get off the raft and I'm going to go over here and I'm going to just like plant tomatoes. I'm not going to ride this thing off the rails. But a lot of people are just going to ride it right off the cliff.
Yeah.
Like most people are just going to ride it right off the cliff.
yeah, and the people that leave are like, why aren't you guys all getting off?
Yeah.
But it's bad. You also, it favors a world where you just speak a response without thinking.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, you read the headline, weigh in. So like all conversation is almost
algorithms do.
meaningless.
Yeah.
It's just like, it doesn't favor what you want to teach your children. Like, think about stuff, make an informed decision. Now it's like, I read this, here's my reaction.
We've been given this extraordinary ability to communicate with each other without any understanding of what
None.
the effects of it are and how to use it correctly, how to manage it. Like
None.
I mean, other classes on Like, what's the best way to communicate with people online, where you can teach people? What's the best way
There
to
should be actually
interact
in schools. If that's the way it's going to be, you got to teach them how to operate
deal
in
with
the
the
line.
anxiety of someone criticizing you online, or the anxiety of someone embarrassing you online? Because there's certain things that happen to kids like that I think are fucking devastating. My concern is that this is a cliff that we're flying on, but it's not just this part about it. It's the nature of technology getting intertwined in your life in an inescapable manner, and it's happening. It's happening to the point where we're going to be reliant completely on some kind of technology, and it's one step towards us integrating.
Yeah,
we're going to biology and electronics will be there's going to be a complete symbiosis. That's going to happen in our lifetime.